Start again. So welcome everybody. This is Leigh, creator of Empowering Natural Solutions, and tonight let's share my screen so we get to know what we're doing. And if I go, actually I might have to shift the chat. Okay, tonight we're looking at aging gracefully with essential oils. So tonight we're going to look at, and I'll shrink this down. Can I shrink? I can move that one. I just need to move, that's it. And then if I move this chat over here a little bit. Okay.
So what's a bit about your story anyway, Leigh? How did you get in on this journey?
Oh, great. I've always been health focused and mainly started out looking at, I've done a lot of competing with horses, so I learnt a lot about keeping them healthy, and then I suddenly realised, and I was still a kid at this stage or a teenager, how about we look after ourselves. So mum got us on to supplements back then, but she also started me on a skincare range then. But then it wasn't till about 25 years ago I learnt about toxic chemicals in bathroom products and in household products, and how bad they are for our whole body. And so I've been spending a lot of time reading labels, which was driving me balmy, avoiding a whole bunch of chemicals. And then when dōTERRA came into my life just over 4 years ago, it answered all of my questions. And I'll share some of those with you tonight. So tonight what we're going to do is look at a couple of skincare ranges, looking at aging gracefully from the outside, but then we're going to look at go internal, have a look at keeping ourselves healthy from the inside, but then also as we age, our immune system isn't quite as strong, so I'll show you a couple of ways there for boosting your immune system. And then also tomorrow night at 7:30 I'm doing Nature's Solutions, and that's basically an introduction to essential oils. So you may want to join in with that one as well, Jason, because I'll cover different things there.
All right, sounds good.
Yep, so I'm going to do, and just a disclaimer, dōTERRA does not prevent, treat or cure disease. The information presented is not in no way intended as a substitute for medical counselling, and these, what I recommend here is only in relation to dōTERRA oils, and I'll cover why that a bit later. So let's move over here. So welcome everybody. Thanks for giving up your time this evening and tuning in. And so dōTERRA's doing its part. So how is it doing its part? And why are they my favourite brand of essential oils? It's not just because of the quality and selection of oils that they offer, but because of their role in the greater community. They source oils from all around the world where the oils grow wild, or they call indigenously, and they do this under their co-impact sourcing plan, and this creates a unity with the growers, the distillers, the labourers, and ensure that the products that they receive from the plants are of the top quality, because dōTERRA then brings in the agronomists and train the growers in how to look after their plants better. So they do training, they provide tools and resources to create a long-lasting relationship with the growers and the distillers. And dōTERRA also has a charity called Healing Hands, and this foundation just helps in so many different communities around the countryside, around the world. I'll read a few of the things that they do. Clean water wells and programs, building and revitalising schools and clinics, providing medical equipment and resources for hospitals and clinics, education and hygiene and health, but also micro loans for a lot of the emerging communities. Yeah, a $20 loan can help somebody get a business going, and dōTERRA's Healing Hands do that. And over to quality over quantity. Their commitment to quality starts with sourcing, because the plants are grown and harvested at opportune times in the proper region, the climate, seasons and soil. So that means the finished product is far superior than if we took that plant and grew in my backyard. Even if I grew it organically, it's not going to have the same climate and seasons and soil as where it grows wild. And there were no essential oil standards, so they created the certified pure tested grade. And so what does that mean? I'll just read something from dōTERRA. It means they're pure and natural aromatic compounds carefully extracted from plants. There's no fillers, no dilution, no contaminants, pesticides or chemicals. They're rigorously tested, and they have a global network of chemists that make sure it's the right species and they're grown in the right ideal environments. So they go to a lot of effort to make sure that the oils are the top quality. And so what does that mean? So that means that I have trust that the oils I used 4 years ago and now in 10 years' time are all of the same standard. So I'm always putting top quality on my family. As opposed to a lot of oils out there are actually synthetic. So that's just putting toxins on you. And as we mentioned before, toxins, we know toxins not good for us. So what on earth are essential oils? Well, they actually are the essence that comes from roots, leaves, flowers, stems, bark, and it's distillation is actually the separating of the foliage from the essential oils. And that's why, say, the peppermint is actually, or all the oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than the herb. And an example of that is 1 drop of peppermint oil is like 28 cups of peppermint tea. So I know if I'm not feeling well, I'd prefer 1 drop of oil rather than having to drink 28 cups of tea. So how do we use these? So we can use them topically, and they're in our bloodstream in 20 seconds and around our entire body within 20 minutes. And due to their rapid absorption, we often dilute them, to protect I'll talk about this a bit more in a minute. And aromatically, so that can be actually, I think, up about there is a diffuser. So we can put them in a diffuser, or we also have our hands are diffusers. I know of people that'll put a bit of cotton wool in a peg and put it in near the vent in the car. And what the great thing about breathing it's into the circulatory system in our head very quickly, and that affects if you've got head tension, but also there are glands in here that affect our moods, where our emotions start. So that just helps us to fix them up quickly. And then the other one is in food. So we can have some in our water, or say with peppermint, I'll often have it in water, or I can warm that water up and call it peppermint tea. I love to add essential oils in our food. I had visitors over on the weekend, and the product of the month this month is tangerine. So we had tangerine in the drink, tangerine in a salad, and tangerine in a dessert, just because we could. And so that's a great way of just helping it get into our body, using it, because there's a large range of herbs as well as citrus oils amongst the range. And so we can use it as flavour for our foods. So where do we apply these oils? Oh, okay, I'm one slide behind. So there's a chickie babe in the bath. She's using them aromatically and topically, because she will have put some in the bath, probably mixed it with some Epsom salts and put in there. So it's being absorbed in through her skin, and also because the skin is the largest organ in our body, and it's also where our aging starts showing up early, and that starts showing up from about age 25. So she's benefiting herself physically and emotionally there by having that bath. So where else can we apply them? Word of caution, don't put them in your eyes or in your ears. If you had an earache, put some on a cotton bud and put it in the doorway of the ear. But also if you've got a cut or a scratch, don't put them on directly. So where would we apply them? Any of the pulse points. So on our wrists, the back of our neck is a great one, because that gets into the circulation system in our head very quickly. Backs of our knees, along our spine. Also our feet are another great place to apply the oils. But if you had sore, tired muscles, just apply them directly onto those muscles. Or if it's an emotional issue, put some over your heart, or if you're like me, the solar plexus, just below the rib cage, is where I feel my emotions. So rub it on there. It just helps our body. Our body feels more loved if we're putting the oils on where we need them, or where it's feeling a bit unloved. So this is, I mentioned before about a carrier oil and diluting them, and this is fractionated coconut oil, and so it's light, it's non-greasy, it's soothing, deeply moisturising. This is my favourite moisturiser in winter, and also early morning, even at this time of year. It's colourless, it's odourless, and it doesn't go hard. And so it's great when you're making roller bottle blends, as I'm doing a class on that end of the month on the 30th. Okay, so let's have a look on the outside. Our skin, as I mentioned, is the largest organ in our body, and we start showing signs of ageing from 25, and so that starts showing in our skin if we haven't been looking after us and our skin really well over that time. And the great thing, hello Claudia, the great thing is also this range has no harmful chemicals or toxic additives to it, and that's super important for our health. So let's firstly have a look at the first step of our cleansing regime, is with this dōTERRA's facial cleanser, and use it morning and night. And as you can see, it's generic packaging, and so we share this in our household, the men and the women. And I just dampen my hands, and with all of dōTERRA's products, you only need a green pea size to be really effective. So that little amount on damp hands, rub it together, and I can do my décolletage, the back of my neck and my face in gentle circular motions. It just helps us to gives you a feeling of cleanliness and freshness, but also smooth. And it has in it both tea tree and peppermint, or written on it'll be melaleuca, because that's in America they call tea tree melaleuca, which is the botanical name for it. And tea tree is very rejuvenating, gives us a rejuvenating sensation, whereas peppermint is cooling and relaxing, and it's great for irritated and sensitive skins. And both have purifying, cleansing properties. Then the next one to come along is this fabulous pore reducing toner. And so after doing your cleanse, then rinsing it off and patting dry, with this one, it's, hello, I've jumped my, oh no, I need to go to here now. I'm one behind, I need to catch up. So she's putting that, applying this to that little cotton pad and putting it on. I'm a little bit more agricultural. I put a couple of drops in my hand, only 2 or 3 is enough, rub it, and then I apply it all over here. And just 2 or 3 drops is enough to go all over that area. And it contains witch hazel, aloe, watermelon, apple, lentil extracts, as well as dōTERRA essential oils. So the oils that are in it are lavender, lang lang, German chamomile. So lavender is it calms, soothes and rejuvenates the skin. Lang lang helps balance the pH and has astringent properties. And the German chamomile is very calming, gives calming relief to sensitive skin, sensitive and actually delicate skin. And so if you want to learn more about the facial cleanser, just go dōTERRA facial cleanser, or with this pore reducing one, do dōTERRA pore reducing toner, and you'll find a PDF on it. The next in this particular range is the tightening serum, and it reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So you'd apply this one in a gentle upward motion, because gravity's doing enough hard work pulling everything down. So if we just move it up, and it tightens and firms and helps to, or the Hawaiian sandalwood in it tightens, firms and improves the tone of aging skin, and myrrh soothes and heals irritated and dry skin. Both of those are absolutely magic oils. So with the last part of our anti-aging skincare routine is applying a moisturiser. And this moisturiser has lavender in it, as we mentioned before, calms, soothes and rejuvenates. It also has frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils, and it's in lots of skincare because it's been known for centuries about its anti-aging properties. And it also has geranium, which soothes and reduces inflammation in the skin. And it has jasmine, which has rejuvenating and toning properties. So a convenience alert, they come in packs. So the ones, I've just been through a mixture of, keep it simple. The one on the left, over under the start of convenience, is the daily skincare routine. And I'm only going to talk in wholesale, and I'll explain that to you later on, because that's where the smart shoppers go. That's $120 for that kit. And the anti-aging kit under the end of convenience is $200 wholesale. And I've been using mine for 6 weeks, twice a day. And I will imagine I'll get a whole year out of the cleanser, and the same with the toner. You can see it's only here. So because you only need a little bit, they last for a long time. Before I was using that range, I was using the Virage range. And so what's so awesome about it is it's an exclusive system of natural skincare products that nourish and hydrate the skin and reduce the visible signs of aging. They create the optimal lipid amount. They're the absorbable fatty acids, and with the same balance found in healthy, youthful looking skin. And once again, by the colourings, you can see that both men and women can use these ranges. They have nourishing plant extracts, pure and potent CPTG oils in them, and I'm not going to go through them because there's way too many. And that's $100 for $100 wholesale for that kit, and it's just magic. But if you don't have the time for a skincare regime, what some of us do is I'll use either this chappy or the hand and body lotion, and I'll use some Celubel. So Celubel, this was about $95 on its own. So what I would do is just rub some on my hand, then add some of this, and I would put that all over me. And so what's so fabulous about Celubel? Well, it's great for a smoother complexion, hydrates the skin, gives you a radiant glow, reduces the appearance of fine lines, and gives a youthful, healthy skin, because it has in it, and this is not diluted at all, and that's why you dilute it to put on. These are just pure oils of frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose. So that's an awesome magic blend, and I get mine free every year with a promotion that dōTERRA does around Mother's Day. And so how's that? Pretty awesome. That's $95 worth that I get for free every year, as well as a whole lot of other freebies. Okay, so let's have a little look at the healthy from the inside out, because the more and more and more and more I research all things to do with humans, all sorts of ailments, skin issues, emotional issues like anxious feelings. Everything starts with the health of our gut. And so what goes on in there and how we're nourishing that has a big impact on us. So dōTERRA's #1 product is the Lifelong Vitality, and I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. And it is an all-natural supplement. You can always, if you have a pen and paper, if you Google Dr. Axe, A-X-E, discusses LLV, which is short for Lifelong Vitality, he'll expand on for you all the great things that are in it. So actually I might read this and then I'll show you. Oh, you're clever. You can listen and read at the same time. So this is the, hello, ignore the purpley boxes. That was a slip up, Leigh. So the Omega is the lubrication, the essential fatty acids that we need for our brain, our eyes, our nervous system. It's great for the essential fatty acids are needed for our skin and our hair and nails, promote alertness and positive moods. And you've probably heard of omega-6 and omega-3. Well, omega-3 is known to reduce inflammation in the body. So that's why it supports learning and supports fatigued muscles, but also promotes strong, healthy bones. The next one, the alpha CRS, supports healthy cell function and metabolism. It has enzymes in it to help us break our food down. It supports mental clarity. A lot of people tell me their brain fog goes away once they're on this. It also includes tummy tamer blend to help. A lot of people have different tummy issues, as I mentioned, and the tummy tamer blend in that just helps so many people with different health issues, but also supports our brain. Then the Microplex VMZ, it supports immune function, healthy digestion, healthy metabolism, supports bone health, gives us our vitamins and our minerals. And as I said before, it is all natural. It's actually food components that have then been put into capsules, and that's why it has kale, dandelion, parsley, kelp, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, spinach, but also has a whole lot of minerals in there. And if we look at our vitamins and minerals we can get in the supermarket and our diet, we're at the deficient end of optimal nutrition. Then there was a big craze of going and having overdoses of different minerals and vitamins, and so that's where a lot of doctors went, minerals and vitamins are a waste of time, they're just going down the toilet. So dōTERRA's done a lot of science and worked out the optimal range. They look at what most people are deficient in. So yes, there's vitamin D in these because most of us are vitamin D deficient. And so this just pulls us up to where we need to be. It's just so many people I know, won't go a day without them because they can feel the big difference. Okay. Way back at the beginning, I mentioned that our immune system can naturally weaken as we age, and we need to make a regular effort to combat this. And one of my favourites is these two guys that are on the screen, plus peppermint, 1 drop of each in a glass of water, and that just helps support our immune system, and it's simple and it's effective. The lemon supports healthy respiratory function. Lavender reduces anxious feelings and promotes peaceful sleep. And peppermint promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. Peppermint's also very good for our tummy. So that's a good one if you're taking notes. 1 drop of each of lemon, lavender and peppermint. That trio is fabulous in springtime when there's a lot of blossoms around. That's a great one to diffuse or to take in a drink in water because it just helps people with those dealing with the seasonal threat of all the blossoms being around. Another one for you that are taking notes is 1 drop of each of the following: rosemary, clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon bark and wild orange. So we could put those in an empty capsule and take them internally once a day, or just when you actually feel that your immune system needs a boost. So, you know, if you come home, your throat's a bit sore, or you feel like somebody's been jumping around on your shoulders, they're all a bit sore and tired, and you just go, oh, I'm fighting something off, I need a boost. The other, or you could put that in a diffuser as well, because that's a great way. A diffuser is a great way to look after the entire family, because then that diffuser that's about at the end of my fingertip will look after about 100 square metre room. And so 5 drops is all you need in there, and that will, then the whole family's breathing it in. So that's rosemary, clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon bark and wild orange. Another common one that I make, I call it flute, and it's frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano and tea tree. So that's frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano and tea tree, and that's a fabulous booster. So the on guard, I'll cover that in tomorrow night's webinar, in amongst a fair few of these oils I'll cover tomorrow night. And it's a blend that is an immune boosting blend, and also great for 1 drop in a bowl of water. You can wipe your benches down, and that gets rid of any of the, what do you call them, pathogens that could be on those benches. The next one is being emotionally fit. So 100% of all ailments start with stress. 70 to 80% of them manifest in our gut. And about 90% of them, they're now medical professionals saying, start in amongst our emotions. And so keeping our emotions and our, managing our emotions and our mood is really, really important. So this next slide, it may be easier if you use your phone and take a snapshot, because there's a whole bunch of, just gives you an idea, or you can message me and I can send this to you. Gives you an idea of how lots of the different oils can help us with anxious feelings and restless, lacking in concentration. Oh, I can't move that thing. And then also on this slide, so if you're tired or I can't see what that one is, feeling down, sad and discouraged, or feeling blue, these oils will help to lift us up. The citruses are very uplifting, and citruses and the spices are very uplifting, and the flowers, the trees, and the root oils from roots, very grounding. So there's a great blend. The relaxing blend, vetiver, lavender, cedarwood, and lang lang. That is, well, they call that for a diffuser. Man, not that diffuser there. I only put a maximum of 6 drops in it, so I would just do one of each drop, one drop of each oil there. The harmonizing blend, patchouli is very grounding. Lavender is the oil of communication, and white fir is community. And then the vitalizing blend, frankincense, peppermint, wild orange, and lemon. Helps, that's a fabulous one for the 3 o'clock fades, or if you're starting work and it's still dark in the morning, put that on. Once again, I would just do a drop of each in that sort of petal diffuser, and it's very uplifting and invigorating. In fact, you could put a drop of each of those in your water and drink them. They're very, just gets the brain up and going. They're brain food. So now what? Just going to kill off that. So choose the best kit for you. So you can start with retail, but I'm going to, retail's not the, let's say smart shoppers don't do it, and I don't recommend it. Wholesale, you start at $25 below retail. The membership is $35. It's like a Costco membership, and it renews annually for $25, but they gift you a peppermint oil worth $26.50 wholesale. But if you start with a kit, then you're going to get your membership for free, plus there's more savings. So if you thought, well, hang on, I can do what she's doing, talking to a laptop, or doing the same class around a dining table or around a lounge with people, then I'd recommend starting with this oil sharing kit, because it gives you multiples of some oils and little sample bottles, so you can start letting people experience them. And you can see where that purple circle is. It says you'll save $108. But also beside it, it says 200 free product points and start at 20% rewards. And just keep that in mind. I'll explain that in a little while. Hello, what's happening? Oh, so this is the Nature Solutions kit. It's absolutely fabulous, and it's probably the most popular kit because it gives you a range of oils you can use for boosting your immune system, for calmness, for supporting respiratory ailments, for digestive support. There's a massage blend. There's some great ones for putting in the diffuser for uplifting and happiness. There's a first aid in a tube with the Correctex. The ones lying horizontal, the purple and white one, is a great tension blend, and the one below it is support for balancing hormones, both men and women. The orange tube is the toothpaste. Then we have the ice blue rub, which is for all sorts of aches and pains. Plus it's got the foaming hand wash, a fabulous box to put them in. That's $6.35, but you're going to save $221, and you start with 100 free product points that you can swap for product over the next 12 months. And you're starting at 15% rewards. So once again, hold that thought, and I'll explain that soon. Here we have the Home Essentials Kit and the Family Essentials Kit. They both have the same 10 oils in them. The Home Essentials Kit has 15 ml bottles. Do I have some close handy? So the difference, so the Home Essentials is twice the price for 3 times the value. These big bottles have 250 drops in them, and you only need a drop at a time. And the little ones have $85 drop, 85 drops. So what's this loyalty rewards program? dōTERRA rewards monthly shopping. So why would you want to shop monthly? Well, because you're wanting to get all the toxins out of your household, out of your bathroom. You know, our bathrooms are the most toxic room in the house, even worse than living in a toxic city, a smoggy city. So with that regular shopping, except for those first two kits, those last two kits start off at 10%. The Nature Solution starts at 15%, and the oils sharing kit starts at 20%. And each 3 months, you're going to work your way up to the next level. I've been at 30% from as soon as I could get there. And so that means when I do a 100 PV order, and a PV is a product value, so it's about, I don't know, $100, $10, $15 for each PV. So for every 100 PV order, I get 30 PV back to swap for free product. So what does that mean? That means I swap it for my laundry liquid and my toothpaste. So there's $53 worth that I get for free every month, just based on that. Plus there's a whole bunch more. On the right-hand side, it says, or under the big purple circle, the 30-day product guarantee, receive the free oil of the month when your order's 125 PV or more. So the oil of this month was TerraShield. Last month it was Tangerine. And so we're always getting that free one plus other freebies. So dōTERRA's super generous. And so they're all about changing lives. So whose life do you want to change? So when you start your dōTERRA journey, we help you change your life. And about when the products come, we walk you through that purpley brochure, show you more about the range and how it all fits in. But we also do a lifestyle consult. So that is looking at your oil. So if you got this Nature Solutions kit that I have displayed behind me, with the lifestyle consult, we look at your ailments, your family's ailments, and we do a plan, a protocol of what oils you use when, so that you can confidently go, okay, I use the lavender, I get stressy during the day, so I put some lavender here in the morning, but then I also use it before bed. I get the 3 o'clock fade, so then I'll use some peppermint and, say, frankincense at 3 o'clock. I go to the gym every day, so we show you how to use the ice blue rub before and after exercise. So we go through things like that just to make your journey. I love my dōTERRA journey, and I want you to love your journey as well. Plus, we have a private Facebook group, and we do classes, and we support you along the way. Then if you're like me and you like to change other people's lives, we can show you how to share. And so with that middle one, sharing with others, that's where we're just talking about sharing with one person or 3 people. Is sharing compulsory? No. But man, it is so rewarding emotionally to help people change their lives. Can you imagine somebody that has head tension all the time, and you just give them an oil and they no longer have head tension, they feel it coming on, they can put an oil on, and life's so much better for them. They're just going to love you forever for helping them with that. Plus, by just sharing with about 3, you can get your order paid for. So that's pretty fabulous. Then I've chosen down the bottom, I want to change my future. So I've started out supplementing my income and then replacing my income, because dōTERRA rewards me for looking after people and helping change lives. So, and I can't think of a better occupation to do, because, yep, I better not talk on that or I'll get too emotional, because it's just magic when you see people coming to you in tears because you've turned health allows us to live our dreams. If you don't have health, what's the old saying? With health, you have 1,000 dreams. Without health, you only have one, just to be healthy. So some of the great things with dōTERRA is every time you buy a bottle of dōTERRA essential oil, you are changing someone else's life. So you're looking after your family, but you're helping these communities where the oils are sourced from. And dōTERRA is changing economies. You know, these people, this girl drinking the running water. In Haiti, they used to have to walk an hour and a half to get fresh water. That's where the highest number of croc attacks were. But that journey, hour and a half down, hour and a half back, was also where the highest number of rapes were. So now they have water in the village. So imagine how much better life is. And every purchase changes growers' lives and their communities for the better through dōTERRA co-impact sourcing and through the Healing Hands Foundation. So have a look at dōTERRA.com.au. Talking about that, the class I'm doing tomorrow night, but that's also great paperwork for you to grab and have a look at. So where do you find it? By the top slide, you can see it's dōTERRA.com.au. And then when you open that out, you get 4 buttons, 4 tabs. Go to the Our Advocates tab and then to Empowered Success. When you open up Empowered Success, you'll see that drop down on your right. Nature's Solutions is the one that you're looking for, and it's in the bottom picky, and that's what you download it and then print it off. So everybody got that? I can move on. Or if you get lost along the way, just message me. So talking about message me, you can follow me, either Leigh Skead. I do post different things on my private page occasionally and do some lives there. I have a Facebook page, Leigh Skead Empowering Natural Solutions. Our closed Facebook group is Natural Solutions VIP. Instagram, Empowering Natural Solutions. And I have a YouTube channel, so jump on YouTube, Leigh Skead, and have a look at different videos, webinars that I've done. Like this one will be up there by tomorrow. So thank you and happy oiling. And dōTERRA improves lives every day all around the world. So join us in making this world a healthier, happier place. I will just shrink that down. There's my stop record.